Hello and welcome to your waist knot tutorial. So as you can see, I'm starting with my needle, which is already threaded. And in the longer tail of the thread, I'm going to place a knot. So I have a standard knot in the longer end of my thread. And now what I'm going to do is take my needle and I'm going to put my needle in through the front of my canvas so that when I pull it through, my knot stops. Now, we're going to stitch a straight line in continental stitch. I'm going to start right here, bringing my needle up through the back of the canvas and doing one stitch from the bottom left to the top right. Now, if I were to turn my canvas over, you would be able to see that there's a line. This is where my knot was anchored to my thread to my first stitch. So this is the part that's still attached to my needle. This thread on the back created from where my waist knot was, this is what we're going to cover up as we start stitching, and that is how your thread is going to be anchored. I am stitching this on a stand so I can have both of my hands. Really, that's just for filming purposes. But I can cover more topics on frames and stands if that interests anyone. I'm going to continue my continental stitch, working in a line on my canvas from right to left, coming up into the bottom left hole of that intersection and going down into the top right. Now, as I get to my knot, either this stitch or if I want to squeeze one in, hold that knot out of the way. There. I've now reached my waist knot. I am going to apply a little bit of gentle pull to the tail of my knot, and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut directly underneath that knot because I can continue stitching. But most importantly, what you'll see is that when I turn my canvas over, I have stitched completely over that line. Therefore, my thread is very anchored in. It is not going anywhere. And there's no more knots left on my canvas. Now you can continue stitching.